With spring on the horizon, what is one creature we will most likely see marching around? The small but mighty ant. Ants are amazing creatures. For having a brain the size of a grain of sand, they are rather brilliant and fascinating. I love watching a line of ants as long as it's outside of my house and not in my kitchen. One single ant, after finding a food or water source, can place tiny droplets of pheromone onto the ground in a trail, and as a result, hundreds of ants will follow. The ants that follow the trail can't see what lies ahead. They just know by instinct to follow the trail and trust the one who set it out for them. Do you know how ant traps work? They are filled with ant food that is mixed with poison. All they taste is the food, so a trail is set and the ants follow, unknowingly carrying poison back to the queen. Who are you following? Are they carrying life or death? You've picked up their pheromone in a way and are in that line of thought. Be sure you know where you're headed. Proverbs 14:12 says, "There is a way that appears to be right, but in the end, it leads to death." Where is the path you are on leading you? All this month at lifeword.org, I'm focusing on how we are moving forward. What causes are we advancing? Are they kingdom causes? If we are following Jesus, he has good works already prepared for us and has equipped us for. So are we walking and marching forward in those works through obedience? It matters and is determined by where our trust lies. We see this displayed for us all throughout Scripture. One such instance is in the life and journey of Ruth. Ruth has her own book in the Bible. Yes, it's only 4 chapters, but those are power-packed chapters that display God's love for all people, show his caring heart for widows, and reveals how he can take a willing heart and use it for his glory within his master plan. Go dig into it. The backdrop of the story of Ruth is set in a time when judges ruled Israel, and there was a famine in the land as a result of the Israelites' disobedience. Within this setting, a woman named Naomi lost her husband as well as her 2 sons. She was left alone with her sons' wives. This was a very dire situation for these widows. Naomi, brokenhearted and bitter over her situation, wanted her daughters-in-law to go back to their families of origin. One did, but Ruth chose to follow Naomi. Ruth 1:16. But Ruth replied, "Don't urge me to leave you or turn back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God." Ruth had been on a much different path before marrying Naomi's son. She wasn't an Israelite. Her people historically did not honor God, but still in her heart, she wanted to honor her mother-in-law and honor the God she worshiped. This was a huge act of trust, and as a result, God honors her and redeems both she and Naomi. It's such a beautiful story of obedience, honor, and trust. Every faithful step of obedience Ruth took brought her closer and closer to God's will for her life. She found favor, she found provision, she found love. First, in surrendering her life to God, and second, coming under the protective and loving care of her kinsman redeemer, Boaz. Your story matters. God sees you and is calling you to follow him. Where are your steps leading? Decisions determine destiny. Decide to follow Jesus, and no matter what your story has been, in the hands of the Father, it can be redeemed. That's the truth. The beauty of Ruth's obedience is that through it, my life was redeemed as well. She followed Naomi, not knowing exactly where it would lead. She ended up becoming a matriarch in the lineage of Jesus. How cool is that? Careful who you follow. Others will be impacted by your choice. I'm Lori Klein.